Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Dale.
And I'm Adriana.
And today we're going to show you guys an interview with Steve Schlabach, one of the first employees that Preferred Airparts has had.
I'm Steve Schlabach. I've been here 1st of July, I'll be 36 years. Shop supervisor, and what all that includes is I'm involved in shipping and receiving, building and grounds maintenance, everything used that comes in, be it a fuselage, a airframe, an engine, an aileron, whatever it takes to get those pieces here and on inventory and ready for shipping is what I'm involved in each day. So each day is different, and that's what keeps it interesting here. When I first started working for Preferred, I remember the first week I did a lot of glass beading cylinders. They had just come back from an auction with this load of cylinders, and I spent a whole week glass beading them. And I was just doing shop work like that, cleaning parts, getting them ready to sell. So the first couple years that I worked here, I went after a lot of twin Cessnas. Brian and I would go. We went to Chicago Midway Airport. That was a crazy airport back in the mid-'80s. I've went with the trips to Africa, to Kenya, to Ghana. We spent a week and a half in Kansas loading parts there into containers, and just a lot of different places that I've gotten to go to just by working here at Preferred Airparts. What motivated me to choose to work in the aviation industry? Back in the mid-'80s, I was just looking for a job. My brother-in-law knew the Stoltzfuses. He said they're looking for someone. I applied, and funny story, the first day on the job, I'm not sure which one of the brothers said this, but the word was out that he's not going to be around here long, and here I am 36 years later still working here. One of the biggest challenges I've had here was a number of years ago they bought a Cheyenne, and it was in Ghana, and I had to lead a trip over there. I just messed my knee up, so I wasn't 100%, but we went to Ghana and over in Africa and took that apart, figured out how to get it in 2 containers, and got it shipped back here to the States. If someone wants to work at Preferred Airparts, I would tell them, first of all, be ready to do the hard work that it takes to get in a place. There's a lot of people here that have been here a long time, and so it's a place that not a lot of people, it's not a lot of turnover. And if you want to get into the mechanical end of it, go get your A&P license. That's a good start, a good way to get in. One of the favorite projects that I've worked on while working for Preferred Airparts was when we would get things together for Samaritan's Purse and load them in containers. We would get everything together here at the shop. We would make sure we have everything. The purchasing guys would buy a lot of supplies. We'd get a lot of aviation parts in. And more than just aviation parts, there were parts for the shop, building maintenance, anything you needed over in Africa that they couldn't buy readily there. And we would load them in containers and then ship it over for them in Eldoret, Kenya. My hobbies and interests. I enjoy about anything outdoors. I love fishing, four-wheeling, cookouts, just pretty much anything that you can do outside. And that's why I like airplanes. Airplanes are outside, and I get to be outside a lot doing like building maintenance and grounds, and that's about it. My dream job, I like to take things apart, put them back together, take old things, fix them up, make them work. That would be my dream job, just to redo things. I like to make things look better, and that would be something that I would really like to do at some point. Preferred Airparts is a different place to work than most places. The culture here, it's family. Everyone cares about each other. The owners know each person's family. Not only the employee, they know their spouses, they know their kids. And everyone cares about each other and helps each other out. We're not all stuck in our own job. We help each other out with different jobs that we have. Another thing that is real neat about Preferred Airparts is the way that they value serving other people. They give us a week of vacation. It's not really vacation. It's a service week that they give us to go work for another organization somewhere, helping people in service work, be it cleaning up after a hurricane. I've went to Kentucky several times to help at a church camp. We did Bible school, we did work projects in the community, things like that really just draw people together. So since I've been working for Preferred Airparts, things have changed quite a bit. When I was hired in, I was the only full-time employee. Now there's like 75 to 100 employees here. They had just gotten their first twin Cessna as a salvage airplane. Now we've brought in over 400 twin Cessnas. They've gotten into the DC-3s a lot and the Caravans. It's just been different. But it's been good. It's been good. It's been a good experience going through all that and just watching the change and being part of that. Being part of aviation, when I started here, I knew nothing about aviation. I didn't know anything about airplanes. I probably asked some crazy questions those first couple weeks. But just being a part of the aviation family for 30-some years, it doesn't matter where I'm at. If I hear an airplane, I'm looking up, looking around, trying to see if I recognize it or know what it is. Or before, it was just another airplane. By working for Preferred Airparts, the owners taught me a lot. They taught me that working each day is not any different from going to church on Sunday, because God is involved in everything we do, not just on Sundays. We do everything for a purpose, and it's for a greater kingdom, and that they lived it every day. They lived it in the work they did. They lived it in just their everyday life, and that has meant a lot to me. That it's not just a Sunday thing, it's a week-long thing. One of the original owners had a verse that meant a lot to me, and it was one of his favorite verses, and it was taken out of 1 Corinthians 15:58. It says, "Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, stand firm, let nothing move you. Always give yourselves fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain." And that has meant a lot to me over the years. Not only was that one of his key verses, he lived it every day. And I've appreciated that a lot. And that was probably one of the hardest times that I went through working here. It was when he passed away. Not only was he the owner here, he was my friend away from work, and we did a lot of things together, and I really appreciated his sincerity in life. There's one thing that I wish all the customers would know about Preferred Airparts is that each employee here really cares about their work. They want to do a good job. They want to make the parts look good they want to send a good part out to the customer. Customer service means a lot to us here. I'm Steve Schlabach. Thanks for being a customer of Preferred Airparts, and I wish you all the best.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed getting to know Steve Schlabach. Hearing about his experience here, there's really nobody that has as much experience at Preferred Airparts as Steve.
And if you're not already, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.
Have a good weekend. Stay safe.
See you next week.